What's going on, people? This is Shad Harris of the Rebel Society, and this is another edition of The Process. Did that catch you off guard?
It just happened so fast.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen. Today we have Jada White of, let people know what you...
Events by J LLC and Queen J's World.
All right, and what do you do?
I am an event planner slash blogger, and I am an entrepreneur, and I'm a millennial, and I'm a graphic designer, and I'm a social media manager, and I'm all of those wonderful things, but I'm also just Jada.
So you do a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get started with everything you got going on?
Everything I got going on started with an argument with my parents.
Really?
Yes.
How does that work out?
My mom was telling me to change my major, which was marketing with minor in business analytics, because I had just failed a class. But I also had a lot going on outside of me. I wasn't just out here just failing classes. Like, it was a lot of extra stuff happening around that was causing me to not focus on school and focus on other stuff. Right. So I got in an argument with them. I was like, oh, y'all don't think I should be a marketing major? Word. So I was like, I'm going to start my own stuff. And then after that, it took off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've actually met you a couple months ago when you was part of a photo shoot for my wife. Shout out to L&W Agency. And then you was on my podcast on a very interesting episode. yeah, very interesting. And then a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you had your first event?
Yeah, my first official one.
So what made you decide to do this event? Tell the people what that event was about.
Well, it was called The Wind Down, and I based it off of HBO's Insecure. A wind down was a time for the ladies to come and just sit down and relax after a long day, and I just wanted to take it to a time where us young folk that just graduated college and stuff can talk about ways to improve our lives so that we don't have to be working for the rest of them. So yeah, that's what it was. I've been wanting to do an actual event for a very, very long time. There was a period at ODU where I was hosting my own events on campus just to kind of create opportunities for myself and get in the habit of planning for myself before I go out in the world. And I don't know, I had different ideas. At first it was going to be a brunch, then I wanted to turn it into a conference, and then I don't know, after I was watching Insecure and binge watching all summer, it popped into my head and I stuck with it. Gotcha.
Okay. So I think the one thing that kind of brought me to you as far as seeing all the stuff you had going on was you were super consistent. I know anytime I go through my Instagram stories, I'll see 10 stories from you talking about whatever you got going on, whatever you're trying to do. So how do you feel being consistent has helped you so far in your early career?
I would say that consistency just kind of helps me add on to my plate, if that makes sense. Because if you get into a habit or a routine of doing something all the time, every Wednesday I post, every Tuesday I post on my YouTube channel, I have every Monday is a different quote. I'm in the habit of doing it now, so it's not really work anymore. It's just kind of my body is just going okay, this is what I have to do. So when it's time to expand my territory, it's not how do I juggle all of this?
So you already been juggling?
Yeah, it's habit now. I can do this and I can operate in this large space now.
Gotcha. Okay. So since you're about to graduate, ODU, Old Dominion University for the uninitiated.
Oh my God.
So what is the plan after that?
The plan is to get a job, a full-time job where I'm getting paid at least $41,000.
Oh, so you have a set amount?
I'm getting paid $20 an hour right now on my part-time job. If they try to lowball me, I would literally probably leave and just walk out the room because what? I know my work.
But why $41,000 though?
Because I feel that's a nice happy medium. An average salary for someone coming out of school with the degree I have is $40,000, anywhere between 40 and 50. So me being at 41, I'm in a place where I feel I know a lot more than the average person, but I'm also in a place where I don't feel I'm all the way above average yet.
Gotcha.
So it's 41. That's not necessarily overreaching, but it's still above the lowest point. And I feel that's where I exist, so that's where I should be getting paid.
Okay, that's very interesting how you came about that number. So right. So with you just starting out, I know there has to be a lot of highs and lows. stuff that's like real great about what you're doing and stuff that you probably hate. So what is something that you hate as far as, you know, the blogging or the events, or not necessarily something you hate, but something.
I got something already.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't like that, like, I feel like I post a lot of content and it doesn't get seen.
Okay.
And it kind of hurts because I'm like, I'm doing this so y'all can see it.
Right.
The whole point is for y'all, not me. But like, I know like eventually it will like pick up. It's just right now it's kind of like discouraging when you like look and you only got like a couple views, or your little post engagements ain't doing what they supposed to do on the paid things on Facebook and stuff.
So do you feel like, because I actually go through the same stuff, like my YouTube page, I put stuff up there at least twice a week and it gets minimal views. But like my Instagram stuff gets, you know, pretty decent views.
All the likes.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out like, and this is something for myself, but like, is it just too much stuff like on YouTube, or is it not good, or?
I think honestly, people aren't gonna go looking for your content unless you tell them to go look for your content. Like that's one
So
thing.
the link in bio doesn't really work?
No, it doesn't, because nobody actually reads it.
Right.
I know I don't read it when I'm scrolling down. I'm just scrolling. I'm double tapping pretty much everything that I scroll past, but I'm not really looking at it.
But you don't ever see something of somebody that you like really like rock with, and they say, you know what, this is a snippet.
But I'm a creative, so I'm looking for that. But everybody's not a creative, so everybody's not looking for that. There are literally people who won't know that, oh, this is something I need, unless you stop them and say, hey, wait, stop, look at me. You need to look at this thing that I'm doing because I'm doing something for your life. That's one thing I've really noticed, because even me and my sister were talking about it this weekend. Like the people that you would expect to support you, or all the amount of love that you expect to get, you don't get it. You don't.
True, and that's from your fans, your friends, your family,
everybody. And she was saying that now she has to legitimately tell her friends, repost my business stuff.
Yeah.
But it works that way when you do that. And like even with my event, I wasn't handling it like I handled other events in the past, because I learned the hard way at my event to ODU that posting on Instagram is not enough.
Right.
I was texting everybody in my phone, y'all need to come to this event, sending everybody the link, telling everybody in my family. I posted it multiple times a day on both of my accounts. I posted it on my business account I think a couple of times, and I don't even use that one for real right now because it's on pause. But like, you gotta put yourself out there.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna bring you to the light. You gotta bring the light to the people.
Bring the light to the people.
That's right. You gotta let them know I am shining over here.
You need to come towards my light.
This is it. I'm off to the flame. Come to me. Here I am.
Okay.
Yep.
So, like, what is next for you besides finding your job that you make $41,000?
Going home and saving all of that money until January, where I can move and start my own personal life.
In Richmond.
Yeah, hopefully, or Cali, or Toronto. I don't know where I want to be yet.
Those are very unique places. Like,
they all speak to me in different ways.
So, before we wrap this up, any questions that you have as far as, you know, to the people, stuff you want to learn, stuff you want to know?
Stuff I want to learn. What do y'all want to see? We talking about getting views. What do y'all want to look at? What kind of information can we bestow upon you so that you can bestow your views upon us?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's something I really want to know. So
I need to know.
Yeah, I definitely need to know that. So this has been another episode of The Process. I'm gonna probably come to you guys with multiple episodes this week, because I'm sitting down with multiple people who have things of substance that they want to talk about. So make sure you subscribe to the page. Make sure you like my personal page, Shad Harris. Make sure you go to my website, therebelsociety.com, and just really support. Just really support. So that's all I got. So that's it. I don't really got a fly ending for this. So bye. Yeah.